Ooh, drama continues with Gino's ex Lindsay and Jasmine. So, in this little post here, stuff in particular that Lindsay decided to take and obviously show us, folks, okay, you will see that they had a conversation going on the TikTok, okay, and as you can see, she tagged in Gino as well as Stephanie as well, because it was Stephanie's content that she took. But also on top of that, Stephanie and Lindsay actually know each other from the business, if you know what I'm talking about. Now, with that being said though, I want you to pay attention. So Jasmine says she sent the photos to the producer Brian, and the phone I was looking at them from, that scene was Brian's phone, not mine, and it's all in camera. I was a victim of a crime. So just to clarify what Jasmine is saying, that scene where we see Jasmine see nudes of herself, okay, when she first appeared on 90 Day Fiancé with Gino, she is saying that those nudes that she saw wasn't on her phone. They were on Brian's phone. Brian was a producer on the show at the time, and because he had nudes of a cast member, he ended up losing his job sometime pretty much straight after that. But how did Brian get a hold of these screenshots? So this is the story from my understanding, okay? From my understanding, what has happened in this situation is that what's his name? Gino has sent the nudes to Lindsay. Lindsay has then sent the nudes to Brian. That is the accusation that is going on here. I'm putting two and two together, and that's literally the only thing that makes logical sense, right? So what's happened is that in that situation, Brian has then used those nudes to then bring them up while they were filming to create some more controversy between Gino and Jasmine. Now, why would Lindsay do this? There's a possibility that Lindsay did this purely because she wanted to be mentioned, at the time, because getting a name out there, I guess, does her some weird kind of benefit. I don't know. Either way, though, the matter of the fact is Jasmine is actually saying that I was a victim of a crime, and that crime is literally 1, Gino sending nudes to Lindsay, and then 2, Lindsay sending nudes to Brian, and then 3, Brian then pretty much showing to Jasmine to literally get her to act out and to be explosive. In a nutshell, purely for content, which even though it ended up costing him his job, I'm pretty sure he feels dumb as hell for that now. Now, Lindsay of course comes and says, no, I did not, and you know it. Here's the only conversation I've ever had with you. And this is the same conversation that we've spoken about before that was posted on Reddit 3 years ago. Then she continues by saying, why are the photos not available online anyway if I leak them? You know you could be an adult and just admit you were wrong and apologize, but instead you keep the lies going. You keep the lies about me going. And then also on top of that, we continue here where Lindsay comes out and says, also, I kept screenshots of my and Brian's conversation, so please don't make me post those in addition to the one unhinged conversation you had with me when I tried to tell you what Gino did. So here's the thing. First and foremost, okay, Lindsay wanted Jasmine to know that Gino had sent her nudes. But does that mean sending those nudes to Brian does that warrant that reaction? No. At the end of the day, you knew, or she knew, Jasmine's DMs. That's how they had conversations. She could have easily DM'd Jasmine herself and said, hey, I have news of you that Gino sent to me. Watch out for him because he's a piece of trash. But no. Instead of doing that, what did she do? She decided to send them to the producer. But why? Because see, if the producer has it now, that means Lindsay's name can then be mentioned by the network. That's the way I'm looking at it. But also on top of that, she also came out with this post and says, oh, you guys, I think she just blocked me on TikTok after she saw what I commented because I don't see her comment anymore. Obviously, I guess I won't know that because obviously I'm not the one that's blocked, do you know what I mean? So there is that possibility. But at the same time, though, why would Jasmine not block Lindsay if Lindsay's out here still trying to cause mayhem? Because at the end of the day, recently, in case you don't know, Jasmine and Gino, Lindsay, some random other dude and some random other women was actually seen together spending a day together, which was very, very suspect. You know what I mean? But with that being said, I do wonder if Lindsay is now under the motivation of where she feels the need to want to take Jasmine down. Now, just to clarify the people that I'm actually speaking about, you'll see in this image here, this is a picture that was taken over the weekend, I believe, where you've got Lindsay, Gino's ex, some random guy that may be with Lindsay, who knows, Then of course Gino, yeah, and then some. Well, this is like an interesting one. So this is obviously another random woman as well, which again is another image where she's actually sitting on Gino's lap and Lindsay's sitting on the lap of the other dude. So this is the situation right here with Gino. It seems as if there's a potential chance that because Lindsay is obviously back talking to Gino, I guess maybe more frequently than before, maybe she's out here trying to actually help Gino discredit Jasmine, to pretty much, you know, make her out to become to be the villain in the situation. I mean, there is that possibility. I wouldn't be surprised, because as slow as Gino can act sometimes, this guy is definitely has the ability to be calculated when he wants to be. So I wouldn't be surprised if he was making certain movements that involved that. But I will say this though, this woman herself in particular, the one in the red, I think there's more to the picture. Now, when I say there's more to the picture or more to the story, what I mean is I don't believe that she is somebody who is just a random person. Now, the only reason why I say that is because, you see, I've heard a rumor that the woman in the red, or the red hair, is or was a stripper, okay, in the same place where Matt, the baby father to Jasmine's current pregnant, wait, what do you call it? Well, Jasmine's pregnant and we know she's gonna have a child, right? And the guy who got her pregnant, Matt, yes, where he used to work as a valet driver, I think, I'm not too sure, something like that, is the same place where this woman was actually a stripper, or maybe still is a stripper. That is the rumor. And the reason why this is quite crucial is because when you're adding things together, Lindsay is here, and right now she's already online doing what she can to torment or to just say something about Jasmine again, when really and truly she doesn't need to. There is no motivation for Lindsay to have to bring up Jasmine in any shape or form, but she is. Okay, so with that being said, Lindsay doing that is suspect. The other guy, no idea. But then we got the woman with the red hair, where she is allegedly a former stripper or a current stripper in the same location where Matt used to work. So what is Gino potentially cooking here? Is he trying to get more information against Matt so he can use it against him at some point? I don't know. Is it but obviously there is that possibility, because why is he hanging around with a woman that would know who he is? Do you see what I'm saying? And then also on top of that, Lindsay doing what she's doing. So let me know your thoughts, okay? And we can mostly talk about it, but I do believe that this is just the beginning. If anything, these two have been going at it now for quite a while, Jasmine and Gino, and I've got a feeling that this could just be the beginning of Gino potentially doing something to really try and throw Jasmine under the bus and to really try, you know, ruin her name. There is that potential, and let's be real. I mean, the question is, why would he do it? Well, he's got one of the biggest motivations anyone who's unstable would have, and that is the fact that Jasmine decided to go and get pregnant with somebody else and leave her. Meanwhile, and the whole time they were together, all he wanted was to start a family with her. She's told him no, and now all of a sudden she's doing it with someone else while she's still married to him. So there is a lot of motivation for someone who's like Gino, who hasn't got much else to do with his life, to actually start to cook up a plan to try and take her out or take her down or whatever. Maybe that's a massive assumption, but let me know your thoughts and we can talk about it. Don't forget, and let's not forget, Gino has been a sly person this whole time. He's always looked as if he's the innocent person between the relationship, but he's always been sly. Let's not forget that. But with that being said, don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.